I'm at the second annual work-in event, Women of Race Climbing It Together at the Northwood Community Center. And of course, Michie Mee is from the Jane Strip. So for Jane&Finch.com, I'm Butterfly. Peace. I am with legendary hip-hop pioneer artist, Canadian pioneer artist, Michie Mee. How are you today?
I am good. I am good.
It's a blessing to have you here today.
Thank you. It's a blessing to be here. This is a big thing. We actually got websites to talk about what's going on.
All right.
That's what's up.
So tell me why you're here.
Oh, because it's Jane&Finch, a women's conference. Women, Jane&Finch, getting together, support system. I had to be here. And then I got the pleasure of being asked to perform and do a little hosting festivities and getting to meet all the ladies in the community and the chefy. There's a chefy here looking out for us. And it's women of race working together. And we're here just to put all the strength in the youth that we can. It's a part of Girls Action Foundation.ca, so you want to check that out. So there's many reasons why I'm here, but this one's close to home.
All right.
And it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yes. Are you a mom? Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, big time. I'm not even
Mother's Day.
Thank you. Are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, congrats. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day
Happy
to you,
Mother's
too.
Day to everyone out there.
Of course.
Happy Mother's Day. And if you're watching this after Mother's Day weekend, happy Father's Day when it comes up. Happy holidays period. But this weekend, it's all about the Mother's Day.
So, okay, so if we didn't know about Michie Mee, let's talk a little bit about the history. I know you're from the Jane Strip.
Yep, definitely started out Jane and Chithaway, worked my way right down to Jane&Finch and up to Sentinel, and went down to Rexdale and then came back up to Finch. Just grew up in the area from, I came from Jamaica, starting at Lawrence and just working in this vicinity and just never losing, always being the little hyper child in class. So I kept in touch with a lot of my friends, and a lot of them grew up to do several things, and I was very much in the track and field, so that's where they found me. Okay. And I put that stamina into performing and writing, and I've gotten the pleasure of doing rock bands, doing a lot of hip-hop stuff and things in Toronto, like showcases, working with a lot of groups and foundations, so it just feels nice to actually come back in the game 2009 and still be relevant and still have the kids want to come out and see you, still talk, still learn. I learned a lot of things from my son and his friends. There's like so many generations of hip-hop now that you can just get insight on the new things, the old things, and seeing it all come together. It's time. It's time.
So your experiences growing up in Finch, what are some of the things that stand out to you the most or have impacted you in your career?
Oh wow, just truth. There's a lot of truth here. There's a lot of, things don't get shaved and swept under the carpet and, all the nice things. And there's so many minds here. I think what I grasp from my experience is that you could be in it without being in it. You know what I mean? You could be around people that are involved in things that may not be, a part of the commercial world and marketplace because they have to do what they have to do to live. But you can be around it and still grasp on it and still try to help the ladies and help the brothers. And some of the brothers need comforting. So it's almost like I've just been around comforting a lot of brothers, whether it's just speaking to them and hearing what they want to do in life. Sometimes the women, that's our role. Yeah. And you can do that behind the scenes and it's not, you don't get paid for it, you don't get none of that stuff, but a support system and then just living through all those truths in my reality in all the realms is just helps me write. Yeah. And when you read, you write. I read a lot around here. Bookmobiles came in handy, so yeah, there's, you know what I mean? You just write. Jane&Finch is just so much truth you can't deny. You can't bullshit your way out of Jane&Finch. So I really enjoy the fact that we have the all-night Jane bus that still runs. And it just brought a lot of people home, and a lot of people are not here to celebrate with us. So the fact that we can have different outlets and we could, we have these things to be like, yo, shout out to blah, 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 all right, and all that. Sometimes that helps a lot of us heal. So Jane&Finch is just the truth.
Now, with that experience, how has that helped you in the entertainment and music business?
Well, it helps you because you live a reality. If you write it down well and deliver it, you can somehow reach out to other people and help them. So that's where it helps me. When I help other people, I think that is where I get my real substance from it, because it's not a money thing. Sometimes you have more time than you have money, and it's just easier to give your time. I find joy in helping people. I really don't do this for money. So in terms of helping me, it hasn't helped me a financial way that I can come back and be like, yo, you need to, put people on in that way. But I've helped put people on in other ways. So I hope that answers the question, but that's part of my experience in being here, because a lot of people remember me in the community. I'd say, I'm in the streets. My mother's like, you're not in the streets. I'm like, I know, I'm in the community. So, you know what I mean? Just listening. Sometimes a lot of our young brothers and sisters just don't have anyone to listen. So all that has helped me, because just being around it, credibility. Jane&Finch is big on the street level. So, you'd be like, yo, Jane&Finch.com, Jane&Finch. You're like, that's a street credibility, that's a whole thing. But it didn't always start out that. We were trying to break out the street and prove that hip-hop was a genre of music, and Jane&Finch was involved. So from that led this, and it's peace.
Some of the artists you've worked with from the Jane Strip, who are they?
Oh my God.
Or who's inspired you to?
You know who's one of the veterans around here? Let's keep it real. Smugglers. Let's big up. There's so many group names. I don't want to go down all the names, because I'm just going to get in trouble and forget half the people. Everyone's grown up, and some are here and some are there, and this side and that side. And we never had the color scheme separation, so to speak, prior to. So I support the Jane and Finch on a whole other unity level. I see when we're together, it just works in so much. You can't stop life. You can't stop what people go through. You can't stop none of that. So that stuff is pretty. You see, as an artist level, when the Jane&Finch artists get together, it is a whole other ball game, because there's so much truth in different writings. I went on a couple websites and I hear brothers talking about women and love. To hear my homies, my hardcore brothers talk about women and love, and actually write down what they think we need, that's a whole different light, because I never used to write that before. So you can actually know that, our feelings. So, what? There's a whole bunch of love here. And I think the fact that everyone's maturing now, that's the beauty in it. You're going to see them maturing in the writing. So just keep it up, because there's mad talent, Jane&Finch, as well as rest of Canada and the rest of Toronto. But I think there's a lot of truth here. And when Jane&Finch artists come out, there's almost an instant credibility check prior to coming out, or you just don't come out. So when they do come out and they deliver, it's quality music. So just take that in, that's all.
So what's your experience as a woman in the game of music and this business?
Oh, as a woman in the business, well, you gotta spread yourself thin. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know what you want. You gotta stick to it. You gotta really, really, really know what you're doing in the business in order to stay alive in the business. You really gotta, There's a little fine line, but we can do it. And there's so much ways. There's so much things and levels of the industry now where you don't have to be just an artist, you don't have to be just a producer, you don't have to be behind the scene, you don't have to be the host, you can have the show, you can have the website, you could be the camera woman. There's so many layers now and doors that have opened in the industry to women that it's showtime. Showtime.
All right. So another question I had, it just slipped my mind. Damn, I'm like so excited. So excited. Any inspiring words that you'd like to share with young women checking you out?
Just don't give up. Just keep moving your feet and pray. Keep going and pray. It'll all come together. And just know what you want as a woman.
So I know you've been in the studio for a minute.
Hell yeah. We got the new album coming out, Rock Rap Reggae Me, or Reggae Rock Rap Me.
No sample. Can we get a little sample? A little 1, 2, a 16 bar, not even.
Baby, you hard to leave. Ain't no tricks up my sleeve. My friends until the end. This man made me believe. He's got bilingual, so we make a good couple. This about gal bubble love, give myself trouble. Still. I just love you. I just perform, so I want to give you. The ones that when it says like swear words, and I'm torn between, do I swear on this or do I just go eat? But I was like, I don't give a. All right, let me just give you one, because you know all this BS. Let me give you your daughter. But I was young though. I wanted to break dance. She wanted me to sing in church. I wanted to swing low and talk fast. She said, oh, God bless, let no man curse. But then a man put his hand on me and my situation got worse. She said, remember them scriptures as well as you remember that verse. She said, every now and then you make a decision and that may hurt, because love hurts. You may even curse first, but remember, your life is not rehearsed. And if a woman writes love songs about man's mistakes, and if a man writes ones about the women he mind rapes, telling stories how we treat them, love them and caress them. And ladies reply with stories of how them brothers left system. Now black on black crime becomes your mouth versus your mind. Got so much to say in such little time. Well, even Aretha knows you still arose, no longer waiting to exhale. You got your groove back and you just want to prove that. Say up, ladies, save your money because it will save you. One, Jane&Finch.com. You don't know, bill box straight.